Window therm, you've got to have it. When you look at the cost of trying to put in some kind of energy efficiencies, and you're looking at, in a historic building like this, you're looking at $300,000 to $400,000 in regards to a cost.
Mr. Jim Devine came calling on us and provided us with a sample and offered to give us a few sample windows that we could put in some of our facilities just as a demonstration. We put them in, and the people absolutely loved them. They, you know, it was a no-brainer from my perspective.
I'm a construction project manager. I work for an educational institution in upstate New York.
Okay. How did you first hear about window therm?
I heard about it from an associate, another project manager at another Institute of Higher Learning. Someone from RPI recommended we take a look at these wonderful products. So.
And they walk in with this piece of plastic. What's your first reaction?
Not going to work. Not going to work. How can a piece of plastic work? Started turning the other way about being convinced more about its being applied here when Jim hauled off and bashed it with his fist. I'm going, wow, this is pretty good plastic to be able to take that. So got my attention, and we did some more investigation when they looked at some installations at RPI. Was pretty well impressed with what they looked like, and pretty well impressed with the testimony for people who were actually using the product. So.
City Hall was established over 135 years ago. It's a beautiful building, built in a time when buildings like this were built all over the northeast part of the country. It's beautiful in regards to look at. It definitely is something you respect, but when you deal with it and manage the day-to-day issues, it's a nightmare.
One of the most important things from a facility manager standpoint when specifying energy products is there's actually three things that come into play. The first one is upfront cost. You know, what does it cost to replace either the window or address the air infiltration around the window? And the second issue is creature comfort, and the third issue is payback. And I think that actually the window therm product satisfies all three of those things very nicely. The initial upfront costs are relatively low as compared to a replacement window.
Well, the cost is just not comparable. I mean, for the few pennies in comparison to the many dollars it would take to put in new windows, there just was no comparison. So we gave it a try. Very impressed. Very impressed. We tried it in probably 15 to 20 different offices, and for the most part, very favorable comfort levels, unlike they'd had before. So, convinced that the product works. Been working for quite a few years.
A lot of taxpayers are going to look at you and say, "Are you crazy?" To look at something like this, which before I did it, I don't even know if Jim knows this, I brought in the historic preservation people in Cohoes and said, "What do you think?" They like it. They think it looks good. It's good use of taxpayers' money. I think that's very important. Anything that we can do to provide savings down the road when it can pay for itself 2, 3, 4 years out is definitely our responsible role to do.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first. I thought it was, you know, another cheap solution that wouldn't really provide what it was that we were looking for in terms of creature comfort and the durability. I was actually surprised with the durability of the window and the construction of the window frame and the ease of the installation and actually taking it out during the spring and summer months. So,
from the outside, you couldn't tell the difference. From the inside, it fits in perfectly. It works fine. It looks like it was part of the original intent of the building, to be honest with you. I think it's a sensible fit in a building that has a significant historic component to it.
After putting it in for 1 year and going through the process of taking out and putting it in and listening to our campus constituents, we think that it's, you know, it's been a great solution for us.
The window therm crew came up with a design that fit with the building. It was almost like not apparent from the outside when they were all done. So worked well.
We have not had to replace any of the frames. We've had to replace the film on a couple of the windows twice, and actually window therm that at no cost to us.
Well, I personally have them in my home now. I have an 1800-year-old farmhouse, and it's known to have some drafty windows, and I don't have drafty windows anymore because I put this product in my home, so it's worked well.
What made you put the product in your house?
The fact that it had worked well at my place of work, so, and knew it worked, and had it installed.
When I first took over in 2000, the building, I thought it had a ghost, because literally even with the windows closed on a day when there wasn't much of a wind, you'd see drafting back and forth through the vertical blinds. We took one step in regards to cellular shades that have definitely helped, but more importantly we added the window therm insulation component as well. Has made a drastic impact positively for the city in regards to reducing future energy costs, but also has provided a warm climate during the winter and a comfortable climate during the summer.
Does something have to be high-tech to work? This is a product that there is some high-tech product within this, but the concept is simple. You simply are putting another window within a window, and you're getting a thermal barrier because it's a double-lined system, and just makes a lot of sense.
I would think that it's a definite solution that you should look into, and I would think that you would want to try them out in as many academic and residential areas that you could.
Once they're tried, it is like no turning back. So I think the future for window therm is pretty positive. Has been a positive move for us.